It's going, and we are live.
Yeah, okay. Guys, sorry for what just happened. We make machines, but they turn to mess up. Like, just mess us up.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to use the
Yeah.
F word because I like using it on my platform because I don't give an F. Yeah.
What has made you realize that, and now you're trying to
No,
change?
because I'm not on my platform. I'm on Chakara TV. I don't want to use the F word, even though sometimes I use it, but it just happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like you're used to before on
No, it
Chakara
just
TV.
happened, but this time I think something snapped. Like consciously, something just came and said, "Oh, hold up! Oh, wait!" So I had to stop. So, guys, you guys have seen the
Okay.
topic of today. Um,
Should artists respond to hate comments? So,
yeah,
before we went off, we were talking about the whole Mr. Leo and the blogger Fabs Chi. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Where
I hate
he
that guy.
was saying, "You hate him? Why?
Hello, Tibla Menef. Because of the kind of post he
Why?"
always make online. I don't know. He posts as if he has personal problems with those guys. Or
Mm-hmm.
maybe he's posting. Maybe I don't know whether he's begging for the recognition or something. I don't get it.
Yeah. But actually, this is the first time I've come across something he has said.
I'm
Like I've
friends with
seen
him on
things
Facebook,
on.
but I don't
Okay.
usually pay attention to him. Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
called himself a Facebook blogger.
Okay, but he
Yes.
has that Kesa Mag. Is it just on Facebook, or I think he has like a website, right?
I don't know about the website. All I know is I just see those his posts, but just on Facebook. I just believe he's a
Mm-hmm.
Facebook blogger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he was saying Mr. Leo is unprofessional, lacks branding, and he doesn't think Mr. Leo is ready to be a CEO. And Mr. Leo responds by saying, "What if his brand is to be this everyday guy, simple guy moving on the street?" So what do you think about Mr. Leo's response?
Mr. Leo gave him the perfect response. Mr. Leo told him, if my brand is not what you expect of me, then you can unfollow me. In fact, use the block button. This is social media. If you cannot
Mm-hmm.
use it, ask somebody to help you how to. Show you the
Mm-hmm.
block button. Stop following me. Like
Mm-hmm.
some of the guys that hate you are the guys that pay more attention to you. That's one of the things that I realized. Because they
Mm-hmm.
keep following you to see if you mess up or to get more things to talk about when
Mm-hmm.
so maybe Mr. Leo gave him the right response, telling him, if you don't like my brand, if you don't like what I'm doing, just block me, stop following me. You don't you know At least it's like,
Yeah.
because the way the guy put it, it's like he was trying to destroy Mr. Leo's image.
Okay.
Yeah, because I read it, it's just like he was just being, let me just say, it's like Mr. Leo owe him something and he's refusing to do it or give him, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
he's posting that thing out of anger. Like,
Yeah. But
yeah,
do you think there is some value in what he said, or you just think everything he said was just garbage, or is there some value?
everything he said was garbage. Because why didn't he post the same thing about Kosi?
Kosi.
Yeah,
You think Kosi could be liking Kosi's branding style is liking to Mr. Leo's branding style?
not the branding style. Kosi's
Mm-hmm.
image, Kosi's level. Kosi is not as established as Mr. Leo. So him leaving Big Dream Entertainment, that was, to me, I don't even know why he left. That's a selfish move. I know we are not here to talk about Kosi, but I'm just
Mm-hmm.
saying, if this guy think about branding, artists leaving, being independent, standing by themselves, creating their own brand, or to go solo, why Mr. Leo in particular? Why did he have to make that kind of post about Mr. Leo? It's like he has a problem with Mr. Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just think.
Yeah, well, although for me, I don't think like what he said was completely garbage.
Yeah.
Although I see where Mr. Leo is coming from, but also I don't think like what he said was useless, because like he wasn't saying Mr. Leo shouldn't go out on his own. He was saying Mr. Leo needs to reshape his strategy. I remember there was this line where
There's
he
nothing
said
wrong with
there is
Mr.
some
Leo's strategy.
value.
It's working.
Mhm.
So if he doesn't
Okay,
like
you think
Mr.
it's
Leo's
working?
strategy, he should leave him alone. That's what Mr. Leo said. Because the strategy is working. Is it not working?
Mm. He has released his most recent song. Do you think it's getting attention, as much attention as his other songs used to?
It is the kind of song. That kind of song is not the kind of songs Mr. Leo is known for.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to expand. That's what happened when you expand. The reason you guys don't feel that thing with Loco, Loco is almost the same person. The reason you guys don't feel Loco expanding is because Loco don't drop when he wants to drop this kind of songs. He drops when he
Mm-hmm.
drops like when he drop Dance Avec Moi. In 2 weeks he
Mm-hmm.
realized the song wasn't doing what it was doing. He dropped Thank You Lord. The next week he
Mm-hmm.
realized that song wasn't doing what it was doing. Then he dropped Je Serai Là, and the Serai Là became a hit. Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Leo's point is Mr. Leo is trying to expand like Loco is doing, but he doesn't drop as often as Loco. So when he drops, he tries
Mm-hmm.
to push it. Loco is doing the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
but the difference with Loco is that Loco is dropping multiple songs so that one can work. But Mr. Leo doesn't
Mm-hmm.
believe in keep on dropping those songs onto one work. He just believes in putting one out, push it as much as he can. I'm really fucking up my words
Mm-hmm.
today. Pushing it as much as he can, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see anything wrong with what Mr. Leo did. He's just trying something new. That's what, as a real artist, that's what you
Yeah.
should do. You should not just stick to
Yeah.
the kind of music you do all the time. Like, it gets
Mm-hmm.
old after a certain period of time.
Yeah, it's true, right? It's change is something which is normally true, but all I'm saying is like I remember when Mr. Leo was about to drop I've forgotten the song, but there's this song that there's a scene in the song where he proposed to a girl. I don't know which song was that, but there were a lot of artists who featured on that track. Can you remember that song?
Mr. Leo?
Yeah, he did a song where there was Askia, I think Askia featured on the song, Salatia. Like they didn't feature, but in the video, they featured in the video, and he was proposing to a girl. There was all that thing. Do you can you remember the song? I've
Is it
I've
on
forgotten
Vajere?
the title. No, it's not on
On
Vajere.
Vajere
It's
is
not on
old.
Vajere.
Yeah, is it new?
Yeah, it's
When did you drop it? This year or last year?
no, it has been long. It has really been long. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is when there was that scene in the video where he was proposing to the girl, right?
Yeah.
Then that scene was captured and it was shared out by bloggers, and I think it was like their marketing strategy. It was
Yeah,
shared out
that's
by
how they always
bloggers,
do
and
it. Yeah.
everybody was talking about like Mr. Leo proposed to his girlfriend. I remember somebody, it was even this blog who said Mr. Leo proposed to his girlfriend and was rejected. So everybody was like, Mr. Leo was rejected by a girl. There was all these buzz created around the song, and when the song came out, it was like this. Okay, people rush to go watch the video.
Mm.
And I think that's the very method which Salatiel uses, right? He uses the method of the whole Daphne thing, the whole Anita thing, and all that. But I think, like with Mr. Leo's recent song, he has not really been using that beforehand marketing strategy, getting people talking. Even Jovi uses that strategy. He gets the whole drama thing. People are talking about Jovi, then he drops his project. Everybody rushes to go and look at it. I feel like during this time, Mr. Leo has not been using that strategy of let people be talking about me, then I drop my project, then get people rushing to the platform and I don't know, increase the views and the number of people listening to it. That's my personal view. Yeah. I don't know if it's because of the type of music he has been dropping, so that strategy does not go with his type of music. But
Yeah, it
I
doesn't.
think like yeah, I'm just thinking like okay, even Ambe, for example, even Ambe, right? Before he
Mhm.
dropped this song, I've forgotten the title of the song, but it's a song talking about the struggles happening in
Yeah.
the southwest and northwest region of Cameroon. He was dropping tweets. Tweets which were talking about all of these things, and bloggers were like, Ambe is going political. Ambe has said this about the struggle.
Yeah.
Ambe is saying this about the government. So
Yeah.
people were talking about Ambe. Then he dropped that project. I
Mm.
think Mimi Menfor even picked up the project. She shared it on her platform, and there was all that buzz around it. But I just
Yeah.
feel like there's always something you can say. There's always a tweet you can say in the direction of the song you're about to release, which will get
Mhm.
people talking, and it's
Mhm.
going to attract people to your project. So that's why I say when I looked at that Fab Cheese song,
Yeah.
sorry, whose song, Fab Cheese post, I actually feel like there was some value in what he said, and a
So
lot of people in the comment section also agree with what he said, by the way. So it was not like the only one with that point of view. And I
mm.
think because those comments were on Mr. Leo's fan page. So those are people who are following Mr. Leo who were agreeing with Fabshi.
Mhm.
So yeah.
So what did he want? He wanted Mr. Leo to make a post about the song that he was about to drop. First of all, you need to understand the kind of music. That's why I hate when guys who know nothing about music talk about music the way they do. Like that
Mm-hmm.
guy.
Mm-hmm.
He He's just somebody who owns internet connection and owns a
Mm-hmm.
laptop or maybe connection or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. You don't know what it goes behind producing music. You don't know what music needs. You don't know anything about art. Maybe when Mr. Lee was releasing the kind of songs he was releasing, you just felt a certain way about it. You connected to that
Mm-hmm.
way of music. It doesn't mean
Mm-hmm.
that you have to connect to every song he produced. He's not producing every song for you. So is
Mm-hmm.
he saying Mr. Lee should have done a tweet before releasing that song? Because that kind of music doesn't work with the kind of tweets he usually does. That's a
Mhm.
song. That song is a feel good song.
Mhm.
That's a song just for vibing. That's a vibe song. Okay, maybe you should have
Mhm.
just done something like, okay, Fish never did anything before releasing his project like that, Joe. Or the
Mhm.
closest thing Mr. Leo could have done before releasing the song should have just done something like him in the studio with other guys recording the song, enjoying vibing to the song. This song is about
Mhm.
vibing. It's not about a girl like most of his songs have been about.
Mhm.
It's not about that. It's just about good time, having a good time, vibing. You know,
Mhm.
this kind of song works well when you have already released it. When you release this kind of songs, then you going to the club, playing the song, drinking to the song, or fans listening to the song and sharing posts about the song. That's the kind of things that
Mhm.
work with the song. That's the kind of marketing that works with the song.
Mhm.
You cannot just he does not have to post something about him proposing to a girl, him getting married to a girl, or him. No, these kind of songs work like Fish. When he released his song, that's when the marketing of the song started. These kind of songs work when you release it.
Mhm.
So I don't see any reason. No,
Y-
when they don't know anything
Yeah.
about music, they just talk because they believe that okay, if they say something negative about an artist and sprinkle some parts of reality that you see in it, everybody will say okay, they
Mhm.
can just take this reality and add it up to the garbage you just said and think okay, yeah, that's fact. What he
Mhm.
said, that's what I'm saying. Everything he posted was trash. He knows nothing about
Mhm.
music. He knows nothing about releasing
Yeah.
music. He knows nothing about marketing music. He should find one artist and release the artist song and let that song
Mhm.
generate even just 10K views. I give him a
Mhm.
month.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
there I
and
can
then
talk to him. I can tell him,
yeah,
okay, you
so
had a point about marketing and strategies and all that shit. He doesn't know anything about any of those things. He's just talking. I don't know why, but I just believe he has
yeah,
some kind of.
so what you're saying, that's exactly what Mike Monster said. Like, you're talking about these things, look for an upcoming artist and make him blow, then I'm going to listen to what you have to say. But also when I listen to that, like, also I'm not saying like Mr. Leo was wrong or whatever. I'm just saying from my point of view, I don't think what that guy said was garbage. I feel like there was some value in what he said, right? But also it could be that's Mr. Leo's strategy and good and well. But I think as an observer, you mustn't be a musician to know marketing. You can be a marketing person and you have never been in the music world, and you see something as an outsider and look from the marketing point of view. You're coming from the marketing point of view. You don't know what you do in the studio. You don't know anything about the music world, but you know something about the marketing world. So you come as a marketer and you're looking through the eyes of a marketer, not an
Mm,
artist, and you're
mm,
like, okay, I observed this. This is the flaw. This is the flaw, and you point it out
mm.
again. Like, it's true. I don't know what he said. Maybe he heard Mr. Leo or whatever, but it's
No,
true.
because
Artists have
what he
feelings.
was saying as an artist, I relate to what Mr. Liu said as an artist. I don't relate to it as if like, okay, when you listen to what, okay, the first time you listened to Lassos, did you think it was going to be a hit?
Yeah, I thought so because I danced to it. I enjoyed the vibe of the music. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm very certain
Do you
about
know
it.
how long
The
it took
first time I
Lassos to
listened to
become a hit?
Danla, the first time I listened to it was on Boom TV. So I don't know. Like, at that point in time, I wasn't really
Even
listening to
before you
things
went to,
on
that
the.
means you listened to it when the video came out, and the video came out I think a year later. Like that audio came out made a year
Yeah.
before they released the audio.
Mhm.
That's why I'm asking anybody who follow music. When you listen to
Mhm.
just the audio, that's what most of these artists do. Like Loco, for example, he released
Mhm.
Oblanche. They release the audio, it
Mhm.
makes 3 months, then they do the
Mhm.
video of the song. So,
Mhm.
if anybody who listened to the audio of La Sauce when it came out, ask them, did they think it would be a hit? No, that kind of song you don't even know how to market it, even before you release it. You don't.
Mhm.
You market it when you've
Mhm.
released it,
Mhm.
and you see the reaction on what guys are. Okay, for example, this Megan Thee Stallion song, Savage.
Mhm.
That song, the marketing of that song started on TikTok by a fan. That dance wasn't started by
Mhm.
Megan. It was a fan on TikTok, a girl who did that dance,
Mhm.
and she liked it. And people saw the way
Mhm.
she danced to that. Even Drake, Kiki, Shiggy danced that
Mhm.
song when it came out. How could Drake promote Kiki? You know? There are some
Mhm.
songs that when they come out, you capitalize on the reaction of fans or the way they do it. All these things come from fans. Like
Mhm.
feel good songs, songs that make you feel
Mhm.
good. The reaction is the way fans really react to the songs, the way they feel to the song. Then you take that, you make
Yeah.
build a marketing strategy behind it. So if you've never released a song, if you've never been in a marketing team, if you've never been in a record label, I don't see why somebody will do something. You know nothing. You don't even know the plans he has behind promoting that song. You're already talking about the song will not work or the song is The marketing, the branding of the song is weak or so and so. I just the song is colorful, and the colorfulness of the
Mm-hmm.
song just represent. I'm just talking about the video now. It represents the audio. When you listen to the song, it's just a vibe song. So when you
Yeah.
watch the video, it's colorful. It represents the vibe. It represents the colorful nature of the. So it just make you feel good. That's just what the song gives you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the video is
Yeah.
colorful. There's no story about him asking a girl out, him getting married to a girl, him proposing to a girl, him.
Yeah.
No, it's just to feel
I
good.
get that. I get that, but that's why I quoted Ambe because Ambe's song wasn't anything about romantic. Like there, any romantic, he had no romantic nature, but there's
But
always
it
something
was
you can
about
do.
politics, so he had to talk about politics before releasing his song. But this song has
Yeah,
nothing to do with that.
I'm guessing what you're saying, right? I'm guessing what you're saying,
Mm,
right? And also, we have been talking about Blanche Bailey, right? And
mm,
we even mentioned how Blanche Bailey used TikTok, came up with her own challenge. If
mm.
the fans don't come up with a challenge or they don't help you get the marketing strategy, I don't think this artists which we call like Drake or Megan Thee Stallion or Beyonce or whoever, I don't think they leave it solely to the fans that fans you do the marketing for me. These people they have like a whole team behind them. People who know nothing about music, people who just know about the business side. All I know is the business side. Hi Njike, Njike is here. Njike, we started really
Yeah,
early
yeah,
today. I was like, I was keeping fingers crossed that people catch up with us, but I'm
yeah,
happy
yeah,
you're here.
yeah.
So yeah. So you from the topic you're seeing, we're talking about should artists respond to hate comments. So we're basically talking about Mr. Yo responding to Paps Shi, who had this whole remark about him and how he's not really ready to be a CEO. So we're talking that like what Mr. Leo said, does he have any value? Was he right to say what he said? Fapshi, like did Fapshi have any value in what he said, or was it just completely trash? So that's what we're trying to debate over here. So
Yeah.
feel free to drop your comments, what you think about the whole thing. Yeah. So what was I saying? So I was basically saying that all these people, all these big artists, right? They have like a whole marketing team. People who know nothing about
Some don't
music. Most
even
of the
have
people even
teams,
own.
but yeah, some don't have teams, but some just their squad, just their group, just their crew. They come together and knock heads together and come up with a great.
No,
Um,
I'm talking about somebody like Drake. Drake has like
yeah,
Drake. If you hear several record labels that he
but they
signed
could not
under,
figure
so it's
out
not just
Kiki. Shiggy did. Instagram
yeah.
did. So I'm just saying some
Mm-hmm,
of these songs they work well when you've already released them. The fans make
mm-hmm,
it blow up. You capitalize on the reactions the fans give. Then you just push that same.
mm-hmm,
Like if you see five fans having the same reaction to a song, just know
mm-hmm,
most people who listen to that song have that same reaction.
mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have also been talking about how Cameroonian the musicians need to be able to brand their music better. I remember I don't know if what episode it was, but we're talking about artists not branding their music perfectly and artists needing to do more of the business side of the showbiz and less of the show. And I remember we said something about artists working with business people. Those
Yeah.
business people who they'll be working with, do you think they know anything about the music world?
No.
So how would that work?
You're talking about them working before the business people want to approach them. They're approaching the artist because the artist is their marketing strategy. They are not coming to the artist because they want to market their product to using the artist. The
No,
artist
I'm
is
not
their
talking
marketing
about.
strategy.
I'm not talking about artists working with business people as brand ambassadors. That's a different thing. I'm talking
Yeah.
about artists working with business people, helping them have a business strategy, helping them have a business mindset. So that's coming to an artist before they are even successful, helping them get the brand deals. So helping them get there. So
Yeah. So you're
that's what
talking
I'm
now
talking
about
about.
artist development.
Yeah. So business people helping in artists, helping them develop their business side of their
Business people
entertainment.
don't develop artists because business people can't develop artists. I've never seen a businessman who develop an artist before.
Okay, so I'm not talking about business people developing artists like helping Mr. Leo becoming a better musician.
Yeah.
Nobody, no businessman can do that. I don't know how the studio works. Nobody can do that.
Yeah.
But I think business people can help Mr. Leo get to the rooms where he needs to be to get the brand deals.
Yeah.
Business people could tell Mr. Leo, you have to do this, you have to do this. Okay, we'll create merch. Okay, we're going to market your merch this way. We're going to do this to your merch.
You
Do
can't
this on
market the merch
Instagram.
if you don't
So
have the market.
so that's what I'm saying. So
The
the
first thing
business
is
people
to
are
build a
helping
market.
the artists get the market. So that's what I'm saying. The business people are coming in to help the artists get the market because they are marketing people, right? So they are helping them get the market. So how is it going to work when these business people know nothing about music? Like most of the people who run record labels, they are not musicians. Like
Yep,
all
and
the
that's the point. They hire guys who
mm,
know about music. Do you know how record labels work?
do I know record? Yeah, I know how record labels work.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah, you want to ask me how they work?
let's give it a try. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, record labels work in two different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a record label run by somebody who knows a lot about the business world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I bring you under my shell, I mentor you. Like when we have the Sakodi and his gang, and he mentors people, and that's where you have Lyrica Joe and all the other people under Sakodi. And other times, business record labels walk in. Okay, I'm going to be behind the scenes. I'll just guide you, know the right place to get to. I have some connections and networking and all those things help you get into the right rooms. So those are the two ways in which you could have a successful record label.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
When you do reviews, how many do you rate? Your reviews 10? How many do you always
Five,
rate?
then
No, I rate on 5.
five.
You rate on 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll say 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what you just said is that's 4.
Mm-hmm.
Because record labels, the way they work is a record label, the guys who even own the record label, they don't even work with the artists.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. Like, they are just the guys who own the contracts. Like, they have like the masters. They just know where their money is. They release and receive money. So they have
Mm-hmm.
accountants who budget like a project. Before you do anything like a project, record labels have accountants who say, okay, this project, like a contractor, if you want to build a house, a contractor will come and say, you need these bags of cement, 5 bags of cement, this wire, this rod, and all these things. There's somebody who say, okay, this artist needs to shoot this video. He may need this. So the budget will be this. The record label will provide the budget and say, okay, accountant, where's the marketing guy? They'll bring the marketing guy and say, okay, if you are spending this money on this video, tell me how this video will generate profit. Okay, they'll say, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The marketing guy will come in. Just on one artist, like one artist needs to have, I think, 5 guys on him. The marketing guy will
Mm-hmm.
come in and say, okay, when we release this video from this budget, because the budgeting guy work with the marketing guy, the marketing guy will come and say, okay, this song, when we record it, we still need marketing budget, because this one is just a project to come up, the budget to come up with the goods, the merchandise. The song is the merchandise. When we have the merchandise, they say, okay, we need to pay TV deals, radio deals, podcast deals. That's promo, money for promotion. So you now have to say, okay, how many outlets do you want to promote to? Some outlets receive pay, some outlets receive just receive you because they want to benefit the cloud the artists will bring to their platform. So you find the ones that receive pay and the ones that receive you for free. You budget them. You say, okay, we'll need promotion budget for like this. Okay, this will be the amount. You say, okay, after giving out this budget, the sum will be about, okay, that's it, sum. Okay, now I'm giving out this budget. How would this come back? They say, okay, this number of guys are listening. This platform will reach the demographic, okay? And when we release this song is going to touch this and this and this and these guys that will listen to this and this. They will take these songs and play it in clubs. When they play it in clubs, these various clubs have this, and this number of customers every night and these customers every day. Okay, so if we play to these clubs and these clubs become a hit, if this club is a hit in this and this club, these artists will be booked there per night. This is their rate that they charge in this club. So we have to work the artists like every day for this rate within this period of
Yeah.
time to generate this revenue which we put on him. So if it's time to release an album, why doing that? Since this number of guys come to the club, we can convert some of them to online fans, like fans who come back to buy, okay, the project. So when you're converting them, you're converting those ones will be short-term profit and long-term profit. You're converting those guys will be fans to long-term profit. So you have to tell the man who own the record label, because it's just somebody, it may be somebody who just own like a shoe shop. He just know how to market his shoes. and you try to
Mm-hmm.
break it to him, make him understand that in the term, like the way he can relate, he can just be a contractor, he can just be somebody, but he has the budget to put behind the artist. So the
Yeah.
people who actually own the record label are the guys who just say, okay, but for you to secure your money, the licensing guy will come in. The copyright, that's why they have lawyers. They'll go and copyright. They say,
Yeah.
okay, we'll copyright this thing. This is how you secure your money. So nobody can stream the music or put the money this way and the money deviates and go that way.
Mm-hmm.
Any stream of money that comes through this project, the money will enter this account, will come directly to you. Nobody can steal it along the way. That's why when they use songs or they
Yeah.
sample songs, when you sample songs,
Mm-hmm.
copyright don't hold them. That's why when you
Yeah.
sample songs, you have to call the record label for the lawyer to clear it.
Mm-hmm.
So talking about all these things has seen record label, marketing, like the point you just brought up. What about a record label that has nothing to do with? They pay guys who know about all those things to do them for the artist. Even they have a road manager,
Okay.
somebody who make the artist to work every day. If the artist
Mm-hmm.
image is for him to be sexy, they'll pay somebody that will be in charge. Like every day, you need to go to the gym and work out.
Yeah.
It's like you're rearing a cattle, like goats. You need the
Mm-hmm.
Ganako.
Mm-hmm.
Way of the worker say you
Mm-hmm.
wanna much up grass today. If not, for market day they'll be slim. You can't sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's
So
just
if
how
you, yeah.
music is.
So if you have a record label, you want to start a record label, and you want to employ somebody who handle marketing,
Mhm.
and you are given the choice between a blogger and somebody who is an artist, who will you choose?
If those are the only two options,
Yes. So if you have an artist, let me say if you have someone like a Mike Monster, and
mhm,
then you have a blogger,
mhm.
who are you going to choose? Someone like a Valerie Atia, who are you going to pick
If you
to handle
precisely go
marketing?
with Valerie Atia, I'll go with Valerie Atia.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
precisely. But sometimes I don't pick
Mm-hmm.
bloggers.
Okay.
And
So,
I may not go with an artist too because some artists don't know how to market music. They just know how to produce great art.
mhm. Yeah. So Clinton is here. Hi Clinton. Good day to you too.
Yeah,
So we are
yeah.
really
What's
starting
up?
early. We are really starting early today. So
Yeah.
but we are going to go for hopefully longer. We'll see how far we can go. So
Yeah.
we are talking about should artists respond to hate comments precisely on the Mr. Leo and Fabs Chi drama. So yeah, so why I was asking this question is because right,
Mhm.
we know in the Cameroonian entertainment industries, because I heard what you were saying, and okay, you have to look for people for different domains, right?
Mhm.
So if I'm somebody, I want to start a record label, I don't know much about the music world, being honest. I would say, okay, I need somebody for this, somebody for this. The people I would choose, the people I'm going to choose for my marketing department will all be bloggers, because I feel like those are the people in the Cameroonian entertainment industry now that can handle marketing the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I'm looking, I'm not going to take somebody who is an artist. I'm not going to take an artist who has been in the industry or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take an artist. I will take
No,
a
if you have to take
blogger.
an artist, you have to take a successful one. It's somebody who knows what they have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's true. You can get a successful artist who tell you, okay, this is what I did, this is what I did.
Mhm.
Yes, they should. So Clinton is saying yes, artists should respond to hate comments. Now, okay, let's divert a little bit, right?
Mhm.
In the beginning, we just went straight to what Fafchi said, what Mr. Leo said. But do you think Mr. Leo was supposed to respond in the first place?
He's human. He felt a kind of way about it. He has to respond. But to Fabchi, he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve that clout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's too small. Yeah, he's helping the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
helping him. But
Yeah.
if it was me, if I was Mr. Leo, somebody like a PR, I would just ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, also when I read Ken Steven and Mike Monster their comments, and when they were like, who have you what artists have you brought into the spotlight, make an upcoming artist shine before you can go? I remember I was on this panel where there was this guy. He owns the African Institute Bank, and basically the only people in the audience were artists. People were acting and singing and all the like. And he was asked like, why do business people not work with artists. And his response was, it's difficult working with an artist, especially an artist who feels like, okay, I've already made it to a certain degree. But we know that Cameroonian artists, we say a lot, they can do better. You can get to higher heights. And he said the issue he has working with artists is when you come as a business person and you tell them, okay, this is how the business is done. You have to do this. You have to act this way. You have to do this way. And a lot of them are like, why do I need to listen to you? I know the way things are done. I don't think I need to listen to you. Let me tell you the way things are done. And he's like, sometimes he gets mad because he doesn't see,
Hey,
like, he
Daniel
comes here
Samba.
with, hi,
What's up?
welcome. You see our topic, just drop
You
your
good?
own point of
Yeah,
view.
just
Yeah,
tell
let
us
us know.
if yeah, why? If no, why?
Yeah. So yeah, what I was saying is this guy was like, it's difficult working with artists because most of the time that's the response. That's what they tell you. Exactly what Mike Monster was saying. Like, oh, how many artists have you worked with? How many? What have you done? What have you done? But he's like,
Because
I don't know
some
much
of them
about the
want to know they
artistic
trust
world.
you. Some of them
I'll
just want to know they can trust you with their career.
Yeah, so he said his response is, I don't know much about the artistic world. I will never come to the studio and tell you how to record music because I don't know that. I just trust you that you give me the best music that I would be able to market, and I hope you trust me too that my experience as a marketer could help this to help sell your music. So he's like, he's always very conflicting working with artists because most of the time they don't have that humility to let me listen to what this person is saying. Maybe you have a point to make. And I remember that's what a lot of people were saying in Mr. Leo's comment section. And I
Yeah.
think that's what made him to go back and say, okay, I'm sorry, I did it or whatever. So a lot of people were saying, listen to what he's saying. We think this is constructive criticism. I think you need to listen to it and just like see if you feel you need to change. If you feel there's something you need to change, you change. If you feel there's nothing you need to change and you're good, you do it. Because I actually, when I read that thing, I don't think Fabchi was coming from a place of being rude. Other than the fact that he used certain terms, which I felt like it was so extreme when he said the whole Mr. Liu is being unprofessional and all the like. Just a moment, let me let somebody in.
Uh,
Okay, so sorry about that. So yeah, so I was just saying that a lot of people were saying that there's some value that he could learn
I'm gonna mute
from,
my mic.
and he shouldn't take it like he was trying to be offensive, but he should take it like, okay, what does this guy say? What can I change? Do I need to change anything? Do I not need to change anything? Yeah.
Yeah. Nevertheless, I'm just saying the way the guy put it, is just like he's discrediting everything Mr. Lewis is saying. And I have to agree with you on the point that you said some artists don't like working with marketing guys because they believe they know a lot. They believe they know too
Mm-hmm.
much, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know art, especially rappers, can be
Mm-hmm.
egoistic.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
they can be egoistic to not even believe that their art is the best thing, and if you tell them to add this, not like add anything on their art, but to say, okay, to promote this art you need to dress like this, you need to say this, you need to post this to create attention and traffic and
Mm-hmm.
shit. Some of
Mm-hmm.
them just believe they know a lot, and I know that as an artist because yeah, I can relate to it, you know.
Yeah, so yeah, when I read what Mike Mustard said, that's what came to my mind, and I was like, I can see how this will be very
And
offensive
that's,
to a
I
business
believe that's why you
person,
see some
and they
artists
will not
jumping
want to
from
hear.
record labels to record label, because when you sign to a record
Yeah,
label, the record label is a business. They are not investing money on you to
exactly.
lose. So what they're trying to do
Mm-hmm.
is for the best interest. If they try and it doesn't work, they'll let you go and they'll cut their losses. No, but the one thing about record
Mm-hmm.
label is they don't always cut losses. They always
Yeah.
pin you to a kind of deal until they can milk out everything they spent on you. That's one disadvantage with the
Mm-hmm.
record label. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you don't need to trust them, the marketing team, or you come with somebody you trust as a marketer, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, it's so true. And I remember you mentioned on this platform that I've seen firsthand of somebody like somebody actually going to the point of even taking the person who signed them to record label to court. And then I've seen also the opposite side when there's a record label taking the artist to court, and it was a series of issues. But
Pascal.
looking at the no, it's not Pascal. It's not Pascal. I don't really want to call the names. I don't want to take it personal. But yeah, there was all that drama. But looking at the side from the person who owns the record label, because anyway, that was the person where I heard their own side of the story. And he was like, I said this and they did this. I said this and they did this. And you see some of the things he was pointing out was really unprofessional things. And when he wants to speak to the guy was more of like, this is the way things are done. I need to do this, to do this.
Yeah.
I will do this. When I do this will happen. I'm telling you, I will do this. I will like making all kind of
If he
promises,
knew
but
that those
not
things will work, why is he still on sign, or why is he not A-list yet?
ex- yeah, that's the question, right? But he also, from the artist's point of view, the artist was like, you're not doing enough for me. But this was after he had shot like 3, 4 music videos for the artists with high-end video directors, and like paid people to promote, because the artists always come like, I think we should sponsor my page. I think we should do this. I think we should do this. So he was doing all that. And sometimes we'll be like, okay, I think you should do that. I think, but the artist was always disagreeing. No, I know the way these things are. You know, I've been in this. So after he
Where,
had
what
done all
level are
that for
you
the
at?
artist, and uh,
Like I'm saying, some artists just say that, but think about the level you're at. If all those
yeah,
things were working, if all those things you talked about, if they were working, then you will be
mm-hmm.
big. You know?
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely the truth. That's the truth. But the artist was like, "You didn't do enough for me. If you'd have done more, I would have blown. It's all your fault." And it's just a whole saga. It's just a whole saga, which makes a lot of people feel like I don't really want to invest much in
In music,
artists,
yeah.
because this drama, all these things I want to avoid.
If I want to
Yeah.
invest in
Well,
an artist, I'm just telling you, your job is just to stay in the studio, record. That's it.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
You don't have to. I don't want to hear anything to you, coming from you about marketing. Just get into the studio, record, and when you bring all the songs, I'll choose the one as a single that will push out. If
mm-hmm.
the rest we make add it in an album or a project, but if I'm signing you, I don't want to hear shit from you concerning what
Yeah.
you concerning. Okay, we need to do this, we need to do that. Because if you know how to do all those things, you wouldn't be where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
maybe
So
if it
true.
has worked before, show me proof. So you can prove to me that it works, but you just need finance to amplify the effect of what you
Mm-hmm.
had before. But you cannot tell me
Mm-hmm.
this thing works when I don't see any result from it, when you can't even prove that it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so true. And also, one thing I was thinking about with all the Mr. Leo thing is, it's true, Mr. Leo is one of the A-list artists and he's up there, but
Yeah.
every time we look at our neighbors, we look at Nigeria, we look at, of recent, our Cameroonians are annoyed because UBA gave the brand deal to Whiskey
That thing,
for,
I don't know why they are annoyed. That thing is
yeah.
so stupid.
Wait, you don't think they have a reason to be annoyed?
For what?
Hold up. So this is a video which was originally recorded in English. So if you go to the page, you actually see that it was translated. So they actually had to go and look for somebody translate it when they could just get somebody who could speak the French, even speak plus the English, anything they want here in Cameroon, and somebody with more influential to the population.
When you're done, I'll tell you why these guys being annoyed are just annoyed for no good reason. They're
Okay, I'm
just
done. Tell
being
me.
ignorant. And you talked about it.
Hmm.
You talked about it, right?
Yeah.
Do you know UBA is a Nigerian company?
Oh, I thought it was more of African.
UBA is owned by a Nigerian. UBA
Okay.
headquarters is
Yeah.
in Nigeria. So UBA is a
Yeah.
Nigerian company that just has a branch in Cameroon. That's one.
Mhm.
Whiskey stream
Mhm.
very well worldwide. There is no Nigerian or
Mhm.
even in Cameroon, whiskey stream more than Cameroon artists.
Mhm.
So as a business, do you think it is wise to use a Cameroon artist to market your brand, like to find an international ambassador for your brand? We Cameroonians
Mhm.
always say, okay, companies from home should pay home artists like to do our shit and do our shit. But when a Nigeria does that for his own artists, Cameroonians are complaining. Why are they complaining?
Yeah, the complaint is that you're promoting it on UBA Cameroon. It's not UBA Nigeria. You're
UBA
promoting
is an
it to
international
Cameroonians.
platform. It's a website. Then when you change Cameroon, the
Yes.
language just changed. It's not the website. So when they do it on their website,
Mm-hmm.
all the information that sticks. Just the language change.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
But the annoyance is is like, for example, if let me say it's like on in front of UBA here in Yaoundé, and they want to make like a signboard,
Yeah.
and they put the Wizkid's face on that signboard,
Yeah.
and Cameroonians are like, this is in our country, this is in Cameroon, and it's Cameroonians that you're serving this news to. We
Yeah.
think it should be a Cameroonian on that signboard
They are not
because they put it
serving.
on a
They are not
Cameroonian
serving. They are
page.
not serving news to Cameroonians. They are saying this artist that you guys like is using us.
Mm-hmm.
And Wizkid, they are Cameroonians who like Wizkid. So they are simply
Mm-hmm. A
informing
lot.
you guys that this guy you guys follow is using
Mm-hmm.
us.
Mm-hmm.
Are they wrong? It's not like it's a brand new business that they want to introduce in Cameroon and they are using somebody else
Yeah.
from outside. It's an already
Mm-hmm.
established business in Cameroon. So they are
Mm-hmm.
telling you guys that, okay, we know you guys like this guy, but we want to tell you guys that this guy that you guys like, that everybody's rushing towards, is using us. So
Mm-hmm.
you can trust us if you trust him.
Yeah.
So are they wrong?
Yeah, I get it, right? I get where you're coming from.
So why
And
is
for
everybody angry?
me,
I still don't get why guys are angry. When I saw that thing online, everybody just getting upset. I was just like,
yeah,
oh, bro,
and
come on, man. Just like,
Victor
please stop.
Kangevin was like, for him, it was just like, why are you so angry? So for me, I was also on the point of view, like, well, why are you so angry? But it's not for the reasons you just mentioned. Why I was on that point of view is Whiskey, we know Whiskey has a bigger fan base than any
Mm-hmm.
Cameroonian.
Mm-hmm.
Any Cameroon than our top is like than like the top Cameroonian, Whiskey has a bigger fan base. And these people were looking for, they're trying to minimize the number of artists they spend with. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to market my product all across Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look for the person who has a fan base who crosses all across Africa.
Yeah, boom.
Of course, we're taking Whiskey. Whiskey has a fan base who cuts all across Africa. Now, why I even brought up this point is Cameroonians were annoyed because of what this UBA did, other
Mm-hmm.
brands are doing, and we feel like better should be done.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody is telling you, okay, you think better should be done. Now I'm seeing that this is what Nigerians are doing and it's working for them. And
Mm-hmm.
so I feel like if people copy that, you might get to that level
Mm-hmm.
where these brands will be approaching you
Mm-hmm.
and you say, who have you made to be big? So that I'm just trying to link it to what the whole Mr. Leo, Mike Monster, and everybody saying things,
I don't
right?
get the point.
Okay,
Elaborate again. So,
now
because I don't
first
get
of all,
how that.
let me say hi to London Son. Say both of you
London
are
song, yeah,
working
yeah.
hard.
What's up?
You're welcome. He says, UBA is Nigerian. What do you guys expect? It's true, and that
The
was what we
fuck?
were saying. Yeah. So okay, let me break it down a little bit now. So when I posted this video on my page, right, there's
Yeah.
this guy who commented saying he agrees with Mr. Leo and he thinks a lot of bloggers and social media influencers just go and look at things online and do research online and come and start telling people do this based on what they have read
They've
somewhere.
read, but they have not put it in
Put
practice.
into practice.
That's
Yes,
what I'm.
yes, yes, that's what I'm saying, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
so for me, let me say if I tell you that Wizkid got this deal,
Mm-hmm.
he has this fan base who cuts all across Africa. I've never worked with Wizkid, but I see what Wizkid does. I see he does this, does that. Then I tell you, okay, this is what Wizkid does,
Yeah.
and I feel like this impacts his growth. So I feel like you should implement it on yourself. Do you think I'm wrong to say that? Although I've never been behind the scenes, never put it into practice, but I've just seen Wizkid do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I'm wrong to express that point of view?
It has. It has little or nothing to merge with the fact about Whiskey. But yeah, that thing that they say they have nothing to do with them just reading online, okay? Because they just, like you said, they want to use that UBA example. You just brought up that UBA example, talking about the comment that a guy said. They just read things online and they say, okay, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this, without even try it physically. Some artists just do things that they've tried and it has worked.
Mm-hmm.
Right from the beginning of this episode, I told you Mr. Leo's strategy is working. Isn't it working?
Mm-hmm. Not as much as Wizkid's strategy, by the way. So let me just put that out there.
Mr. Leo's strategy is working for him in Cameroon. Is it not?
I don't think so because I feel like there are people who are doing better than Mr. Leo in Cameroon. Just saying. Jike says no, you are not wrong. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mr. Leo's strategy is working. Okay, think of the
Okay.
level Mr. Leo is at right now. Think of the level other
Mm-hmm.
artists are at right now. I know
Mm-hmm.
there must always be somebody or some guys who will be doing better than some guys in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
But Mr. Leo's strategy is working. At least he has elevated him from the bunch.
Mm-hmm.
So should you say it is not working?
Yeah, I'll say it's not working because the very artists complain they are not getting the brand deals which a lot of artists want. So if you are not getting the target, if your strategy is not getting you to the target, then I'll not say it's working. If you're trying to get to 5 and you're getting to 2, I'll say you need to think of a different strategy. Like Einstein said, doing the same thing, expecting different results. You know what it is. So if he's not getting to the target, which is getting the brand deals and
Did
getting
he
all this
say
money,
has he ever complained that he's not getting the brand deals?
oh, okay, yeah, that's where I might be wrong. He has not complained, but his fans have. So yeah, that's my bad. Yeah,
Good. He has had brand deals, has he not? He still has a brand
yeah.
deal, doesn't
Mm-hmm. With
he?
Itel, and they're like, yeah.
Okay. So now let me ask
Mm-hmm.
again: is his strategy not working?
Hmm. I'll still say no.
Why?
Oh, why? It's working for Mr. Leo. So King Clinton says it's working for Mr. Leo.
No, I just wanted her to elaborate it, and the other guys who
Yeah,
think Mr. Leo's strategy is not working for him. I just want them to make me understand how it's not working.
yeah. Okay.
You guys think, or what
I'll
is
put
your perception of it working? I just
Yeah, so I'm going to put it the same way King Clinton said it, right? It's working for Mr. Leo. And that was
exactly.
my point in the beginning. I was saying that if Mr. Leo's branding style, if that's what he wants and he has his end goal which he's trying to achieve, right?
Yep.
That's it. It's working for him and it's good
Exactly.
if it's working for him.
But you said
Yeah.
something about him aiming for 5 and ended at 2. What makes you think he's aiming for 5?
Okay, so now let me reshape my whole statement, right? I feel like maybe I said something wrong. So not Mr. Leo aiming for 5. Cameroonians are expecting Mr. Leo to aim for 5.
But they are not
I
Mr.
think that's
Leo.
it. Exactly, that's it. I feel like that's where Fapshi was even coming from. He was coming from the point of this is what we want you to do, not what Mr. Leo wants to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, maybe we are mixing up strategies here. We are mixing up a strategy which we want
Exactly.
Mr. Leo to use for what we
That's why I
want,
said
but not
Mr.
what
Leo's
Mr. Leo
reply was on
wants.
point. Mr. Leo told him, if you don't like my
Mm-hmm.
branding style, you don't like what I'm doing, block
Mm-hmm.
me.
Yeah,
It's working for him.
yeah, yeah.
He's
It's
not
working for him.
he's not a B-list, C-list artist. He's an A-list artist in Cameroon.
Mm-hmm.
He has brand deals.
Mm-hmm.
Every song he released must go above 1 million views in like 3 months.
Nah, that's not what's been happening in the recent times. Nah. Mr. Leo's recent songs have not been like that. No, let me pull up YouTube now.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's even difficult to get to a 300. Mr. Leo, let me go to his page. Okay, so this is okay, this is Zege, which is 3 months ago, right?
Yeah.
This is at a 201K views.
Hmm.
So what other
That's
song
the
he has
political
released
songs. That's
after?
how political songs always do. So no doubt, I'm not blaming that song.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, the truth of the matter is that we can always have a reason why something was not as successful as it was. There's always an excuse, but the
It's
truth of
not.
it still lies that it's not
Yeah.
successful.
Uh huh.
Yeah, so you can always say it's political, it's this,
No,
but it
political
does
songs
not
don't
change
do
the fact
well
that
like
it's
that, but the
not.
message always goes through.
Mm-hmm.
So was the song globally syndicated? I know you guys just run to YouTube to justify an artist's success or his greatness or his stardom.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the way, that means everybody will be saying Jovi is a C-list artist or a B-list artist.
Mm-hmm.
Go and look at Sok Sok. Go and look at
So London Sun says Mr. Leo is one of the biggest exports. It's true. If you're looking Cameroonian artist, Mr. Leo is one of the artists who, yeah, a lot of people consume him out of Cameroon. like for me, I'm not trying to say what Mr. Leo did was wrong, what this person did was wrong. But all I'm saying is I feel there was some value in what Fabchi said, and it should not be completely
Val-
thrown away.
Valuable to who? To him or to Mr. Leo?
Now, okay, that let me finish. So I think there was some value and should not be completely thrown away. It might not be value provided for Mr. Leo and what Mr. Leo wants. But if an artist wants to get to, I remember there was this girl who even commented and she quoted Stanley Eno and the brand deal Stanley Eno is getting, which we can all agree is bigger than what Mr. Leo gets.
Mm.
So she was saying that anyway, I'm saying if there's an artist who wants to get to that level of Stanley Eno and get the brand deals, then I think there's some value for him in what Fabchi said. But Mr. Leo's strategy might be, you know what, I don't really care about the brand deals. I'll
No,
just do the
Mr. Leo never
music.
said he doesn't care about the brand deals. He said his branding,
Hmm.
that is his branding.
Hmm. Yeah,
The
I'm not saying
reason
that's
he
what
may stick
Mr.
to that
Leo
branding
said.
is
I'm
because
saying
it's working
maybe.
for him and it's giving him the results he wants.
Okay.
And maybe he sees that that result he's getting will take him to the target he's going to. That's why he's sticking to that result.
And that's true. None of us can tell the future.
Not like
We just
telling the
have to
future,
watch
we
and
work with
see.
analytics. Maybe his analytics is telling him what he wants. That's why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah. Anyway, maybe analysis the outside world is not seeing yet. I'm
Is
not yet seeing those analysis.
yeah.
I'll tell you the truth. I'm not yet seeing it. And you tell me, okay, it's a political song. The other things which he has done after that, which have not really gotten a lot of attention.
Mm.
There are several reasons why, okay, it might be this reason, it might be this reason. And I remember one time you said these are things which in the long run will become very successful. So I
Yeah.
just have to wait and see. And I will tell you again, it's not like I've been following this music world for so long that I would know like, okay, this has started this way, so it's going to end this way. So I'm just going to wait and see. His strategy might prove to be right, and all of us might be like, okay, we have to learn something from Mr. Leo. He's the one who was actually right. So King Clinton says Jovi Sok Sok is at 98K views.
Boom. But
True.
everywhere in Cameroon, everybody knows it.
Yeah.
Yep. Even Zele, everybody knew it. Even
Yeah, and
women, everybody knew it.
now that I think about it, the media is not really playing Sok Sok that much. They're not really playing Sok Sok that much because I know like when songs come out on
It's not
Tuesday
the
when we have a
media.
show.
Jovi and Malok songs, those kind of songs, their songs don't play on TV and all those kind of places. You know that, right? But the streets appreciate it.
I'm just trying to think because other songs I hear them played, like there's a bar beside my house and I hear them playing there. But Sok Sok, I've not really heard it. I don't know, maybe with time that will start being played. Yeah, because I've heard Blanche Bailey Merrick Spare, I've heard
Yeah,
which other song?
normally.
I think Daphne, I've heard it, but I've
All
not
those
heard
kind of
Jovi
songs are
Sok Sok playing
PG.
in
All those
that
kind of
bar.
songs
Yeah.
are PG songs. Those are PG songs that at least
Mm-hmm.
they can be played at those kind of places. But those kind
Mm-hmm.
of songs like Malox and Jovi, they don't play on TV like radio station, but it goes to the streets. Like you see a bike man who pass by you here, sock sock. That's how those kind of songs always work. Malox,
Anyway,
you
I
see a
have not
bike man
gotten it.
passing out here, Timon to the song, but you don't see it on
Yeah, I've
TV.
heard that one. I've heard that one, but I'm just saying that I've not heard Jovi Sok Sok, but I've heard other Jovi tracks. And also, it's true. I agree with the Jovi whole strategy of his fans are mostly offline than online. His audience is mostly physical audience than the digital
So
audience. So I
I
agree with
just
that one.
believe, I
Yeah.
just believe, I just believe
Mm-hmm.
marketing music is not only based on your views online.
Mm-hmm.
Because to be honest, let's all of us be honest, all those views online don't even come from Cameroonians watching.
True.
Good. So if you want to reach Cameroonians, you need to reach them the way you believe they consume music.
Yeah.
That may be in the bar, that may be by the roadside, that may be through a bike. Like these bike guys,
Mm-hmm.
everybody in Cameroon, I believe they still use bikes to go to places where they
Mm-hmm.
want to go. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
I just believe that's the best way for them to
Yeah.
promote their songs. And the strategy they use to promote the song, or it's just to show a kind of lifestyle on the music video. But also,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Leo, on his reply, he told the guy he doesn't want to show what he's not leaving.
Yeah.
That's as plain as an A4 paper. Like, I don't want to leave what I'm not leaving. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to put pictures on my Instagram or Facebook about me just taking pictures in a Bugatti, Lamborghini, and all that shit. When I know I
Yeah.
don't live that life, I want you to
Mhm.
know the level where I'm at right now. I can be comfortable. I'm successful, but I came from here and I'm here right now, and I'm living good.
Mhm. Mhm.
That one is just to show everybody that he comes from the same environment where everybody comes from,
Mhm.
and where he's at. It may not be where everybody wants him to be, but he's
Mhm.
showing you guys that. But I'm not at your level. I'm still here. I'm here,
Yeah.
and it's possible. It's real. When you look at it, it's reality. You even see him sometimes cooking on a fireside behind the house.
Mhm.
Like, it's
Mhm.
reality. That's real life. That's what everybody in Cameroon see almost every day.
Yeah, but
So
anyway, the fireside.
some of these guys want him to, yeah, that fireside, or maybe it was just like a skit or a
Yeah,
proclamation
I
kind
think it
of
was
thing.
just. I don't think that is
Yeah,
reality,
no, that's not
anyways.
his reality. It's a skit. So, but I
Mhm.
just believe
Mhm.
some of these guys want them to say, but see, Mr. Leo, where they say, one time they were talking about his Timberland, they were talking about his trouser. Like, Mr. Leo repeat this
Mhm.
kind of trouser, repeat it, blah blah. Some of these guys
Yeah,
want celebrities in Cameroon to live
the
the
whole
kind of
Kolang
life.
phase.
Yeah, they want these guys in Cameroon to live the kind of life they see most of these guys overseas living. Like, they want them to fake that kind of lifestyle.
Mhm.
Cameroon artists, they want to show you a reality. If you're doing music in Cameroon, this is how you'll be, this is where you'll be, and you can still progress from this stage to the next stage. But when we are at this stage, we need to show you guys we are here before moving to this next stage. We don't need to pretend that we are on this stage when we are not here yet, when we are not there yet.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I get where you're coming from, but I also get where Fabshi is coming from. Like, we think Mr. Leo is one of the people who can really help take Cameroonian music international in a very positive light. I remember one girl said, "You look at Stanley Eno; he doesn't even have 1/10 of your talent," and it's true. But see the brand deals he's getting. I think a lot of people expect a lot of Mr. Leo, but also to keep his sanity, I guess he has to do what pleases him and what thinks is best.
that's the
But
highest
I
thing.
think
For him to have longevity in this industry, he needs to do what makes him comfortable.
yeah, but fans will keep wanting what they want. Yeah, you
Not
cannot stop people from
fans.
wanting what they
Everybody
want.
who wants what they want is not a fan of Mr. Leo. It's somebody who has a perception of Mr. Leo that they want him to attain that perception. That's not a fan.
I don't think so because, for example, right, I've
Yeah.
said yeah several times that I would like Jovi to collaborate with this person. Jovi should collaborate with this person, but
Mhm.
that doesn't make me not a Jovi fan. If I want to see him with collaborate with people who he might not want to collaborate with, it's what I want. I would like to see Jovi collaborate with.
You,
Let me just call any name off the top of my head. Tiwa Savage. It might never happen, but I still want it. But it doesn't make me not a Jovi fan.
but you criticize what he's doing at the moment and what has been working and what you like him for because he's not doing what you want him to do.
I'll not criticize his present music. I'm not
But
going to criticize
that's
what
the
he's
guy
doing.
is
Yeah.
criticizing everything Mr. Louis is doing now. If
No,
you're a
he didn't
fan,
criticize Mr. Leo's music.
no, not the
He
music.
criticized Mr. Leo's branding.
Exactly. The branding and everything he's doing right now is what he has been doing before up to you liked him until he got to the level where he got to your radar until you start. Because if Mr. Leo was a B-list
No.
artist, he wouldn't have made that post about Mr. Leo. Trust me.
Yeah, but what
Exactly.
Mr. Leo
So
is
now you
doing
get my
now is
point.
not what Mr. Leo is doing now is not what Mr. Leo was doing before. When he was under Alpha Beta record label,
Mhm.
the way they used to promote themselves, the way he was introduced to me, is not the
Mhm.
Mr. Leo I see now.
That's why I'm saying that it's space for growth. You guys hate him now because he's trying to expand and he's trying to grow. So we are
Hate is a
talking in
strong
circles.
word.
We are talking in
Hate
circles.
is a strong word.
And
Hate is
no,
a strong word.
that's the energy I see everybody talking about. That thing is giving out.
Nah, nah.
Okay,
Like
what did it?
hate, what?
Okay, they dislike it.
It's not dislike. If I
They
criticize something you're doing, if I criticize something you're doing and I think you can do better,
can you
like
like
we have
some? Oh
said here
wait,
on this,
can
we
you
have
like
said,
something and criticize it?
yes, I like Jovi. When he does
No, no,
crazy
no,
things
no, no.
online, I criticize it.
You criticize the crazy things because you hate those crazy things, not because you hate Jovi.
But exactly, that's why
Exactly.
the guy was criticizing Mr. Leo's branding because he hates Mr. Leo's branding,
So
not
what
Mr.
I'm
Leo.
saying is, would you
Uh-huh.
criticize something you hate? Yeah.
Yeah,
Would
not
you?
someone I hate.
No. Exactly. So
Mhm.
would you criticize? Okay. Like, would you criticize something you like?
If I like you, why would I do that? No.
Exactly. So it goes to my point when I said they hate it. That's why they are criticizing it.
No, we're not saying the same thing. What I'm saying is, I can like this aspect of you, but I can hate this aspect of you. Doesn't mean I hate you as an individual. That's what I'm saying. The fact that that guy doesn't
But
like
you
Mr.
hate
Leo's
that aspect.
branding,
You hate that aspect of the person, but you don't hate the person, right?
yes,
Exactly.
yes, I don't hate it.
So you hate that aspect. That's why I'm saying if you like the aspect, you won't have criticized it. But because you hate
Yeah,
that aspect, you criticize it.
yeah.
Exactly. So
Anyway, so anyway, I get where you're coming from, but all I'm saying is like, it's not hate. Nobody hates Misalio. Misalio is talented, super talented. But that guy was just pointing out something he thought Misalio could do better, which I think you listen to it. If you don't want to apply it, don't apply it. If you want to, then do.
Mr. Leo made
It's
it clear
all
that he will
good.
not
People
change
are
it. He will change
free.
it when he wants to change it. So if you don't like him doing it, just block him. And Mr. Leo is trying to
Yeah.
expand. He's trying to switch up. He does not want to stay. If you guys want him to attain the level which Wizkids and the other guys are, you should let him do the music he's doing now. You should let him try it. You let him expand. Dibble and dabble in that
Yeah.
side. That's what he's doing now. But you guys are hating it now because he's trying to do it. And just because he's not successful yet. It's not working yet. One of them I've not hit yet.
Anyway, all I'm saying is like, I don't even hate Mr. Leo's music he's doing now. I'm just saying Mr. Leo is not getting the amount of attention he was getting in the past. Is there
Because he's
something
trying
wrong?
something
Is it a
new.
master? Is it a master plan? Good. If
Yeah, because
it
he's
is,
trying
then we are going
something
to
new.
see.
And
Yeah,
that thing new needs a new marketing strategy.
which he's not yet using.
Maybe he's using it, but not at a full potential. But he has not figured out what he needs to do with that strategy.
Yeah. Okay. So, like you said, we have been going around, around, around.
Yeah,
But and
that's why when you go to write GC, they even tell you you're a do science. They even tell you to come with an answer booklet. Having that booklet doesn't mean you have the right answer to that question or you pass. So,
not an answer booklet, formula booklet
formula
tells you the
booklet
way.
tells you the
Yeah,
way, but
not the
not the
answers.
result.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So he may
Exactly.
have that, but he's not getting the result he wants yet.
Okay, King Clinton says in the club. So I guess Sok Sok is being played in the club. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Okay, so we have another topic which was suggested by one of you guys last week. Afronjang.
Afronjang.
Is that Afronjang?
Magasco. Nada Bamina boy
Afronjang.
again.
Yeah, so what was
Bamina boy
Afronjang, David?
represent. Bamina boy represent. Yup, yup.
Yeah, so what's Afronjang?
Afronjang is a combination of Njang, which is which is originated from the northwest region of Cameroon and the rest of the world, music that plays in the rest of Africa. So Njang, which is the roots of Afronjang is Njang, which come from northwest and everything else. So the foundation must be Njang. Then you add everything you want to add onto it. That's Afronjang.
Okay, so which of our artists are presently doing that?
Magasco.
Just Magasco?
Yeah, and even that apps featuring Daphne, there's a part there that they use a little bit of Njang in it. Oh, Lilio, Lilio. That part where Sons of the Culture, they did Njang. And I believe Apps is now integrating that into his song because I heard he produced a song for somebody and he introduced that Njang in it again. But the
Yeah.
person I know is leading that Afronjang sound is Magasco.
Okay, so but not all Cameroonian artists do that, and from what I'm hearing, like not majority of Cameroonian artists even do that.
Yeah, but they are discrediting Magasco for doing it.
Who is this getting
They're
my?
discrediting it like he never started it. Yeah. Even Wule Bang Bang had Jang in it.
So wait, if they are discrediting Magasco, he never started it. So who are they saying started it
I've
instead?
not read what the people they are saying started it, but I think Magasco is disgruntled online that guys are trying to give the credit to somebody else. Like they are saying that they said he's starting to do Afronjang now. That he wants to start doing Afronjang now. And Magasco is like, are you guys kidding me? Are you stupid? Okay, they are saying that Magasco's new song is called Afronjang, which is just starting now. And Magasco is like, have you guys listened to Ule Bang Bang?
Yeah.
Like, I've been doing this thing way, and you guys are just telling me Magasco wants to dive into a new lane, Afronjang. My whole career has been Afronjang.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't, let me see artists that do Afronjang. Afronjang. Just I don't think anybody else. Magasco. Maybe Ambe, yeah, Ambe. Ambe has done Afronjang. Uh yeah, Ambe even does bottle dance mixed with Afrobeat. Yeah. Ambe has done that. Let me see. Hmm. Yeah, Magasco. So I don't see why these guys are trying to sleep on
Saying
Magasco now.
Magasco.
I think that's what we should call
Yeah.
Cameroon music now. Hey, everybody, that's what we're calling Cameroon music now, Afrojack. Let's forget
Now
about Afrofusion and Afrobeats. Cameroon music
okay,
now is
first of
Afrojack.
all, like if we are calling Cameroon music Afro-Njang,
Yeah.
when a huge percentage of Cameroonian musicians don't do that, don't you think that's a disservice to the diversity in Cameroon music?
That what?
London says Afro-Njang and Bole are 100% Cameroonian.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying we should call Cameroon music now Afrojack.
Yeah, but my question goes again. If we
Yeah.
are calling Cameroonian music Afro-Jam, what about the people who are doing something out of Afro-Jam? If you're grouping all that into
Yeah,
one
guys who do Afrojack.
one
Like
bowl,
in
like
Nigeria, there's still guys who do Afrobeats and guys who do hip hop. So, but the one that they consider as Nigerian music is the Afrofusion and the Afrobeat.
yeah, they consider it as Nigerian music because a majority of Nigerian musicians do Afrobeat. But we are seeing that a high percentage of Cameroonian musicians don't do Afro-Jam. So how are we going to be doing that? It's like
No, but
a 20% is
no.
doing Afro-Jam.
The
What?
reason I want us to call it Afronjang is because majority of Cameroon music has Makossa bass in it, then with Afrobeat. Or unless they want to call it Mako beat. Afronjang or
Do you
Afro
like
Mako.
Afro Mako? So how will you call Blanche Bailey's music? Blanche Bailey's music, will you also call it Afro-Jam? Like
Blanche
what will
Bailey
you
does
classify that?
Makossa and Afrofusion and Afrobeat.
Daphne's songs, how you call that?
Makossa is in it.
Yes, so I'm just saying, I'm trying to look at the artists which people know Cameroon for. These are the artists who, when people are, okay, you're from Nigeria, who are the Cameroonian artists you know? I'm calling the
The
names
reason
which
I'm
they are
saying
going to list,
Afronjang,
and if they
the
don't do
reason
it,
I'm saying Afronjang is that any Anglophone artist who sings, they should like an A-lister. His song is Afronjang, even though the underlining part of it is Makossa and Afrobeat or Jang and Afrobeat. Someone should struggle to pronounce. Isn't Jang?
um,
I say London. Now
you
it's Nanjang.
do need a single
I
name.
come on, Abamenda.
Afrobeat is extremely
It
vague.
really how we man they
Some
call
people
this
will
thing.
struggle to
Oh,
pronounce Zenjang. Uh-huh.
it's Jang. Or you want to say Jang? It's like you can't do
But
go on, go on.
what he's saying
I
is
come
like
from
Afrobeat
that
is
side,
not
so
only called by Nigerians. So there are foreigners who call Afrobeat. Would the foreigners find it easy to call them Jang?
why not? People
You
call
think they
Guara
would
Guara.
not?
They laugh at me. They were travel to oh, I recording Jang fine. So Guara Guara, you guys call Guara Guara these new dances that these Americans that's going worldwide. You shoku shoku, all these guys they call it. So if we have it, they'll call it. The fuck if they like it, they'll try to pronounce it.
Yeah, that's for me. That's not really an issue because I've seen foreign musicians who go very famous and have like some strange names and like almost all of your names is pronouns. No,
Yep.
no, it's constant, and you're like no vowel. So how am I going to pronounce this? But people still find a way to pronounce it because they are
Yeah.
falling in love with that person. Yeah. So for me, it's not much of an issue. But my only issue is right is that can you classify Daphne's music as Afro-Jam? Because you said most English speaking, Daphne is English speaking.
No,
Would
I
you
will
classify
classify Daphne's
Daphne's
music
music as that?
as Makossa and Afrobeat.
But you understand that's one of our biggest names out there. If she's not doing the Afronjang, how do we start classifying all of Cameroonian music as Afronjang?
because it's different from what is going on in Africa.
King Clinton says talking about Magasco's level is he going forward or backward? Did answer that question?
Talking about Magasco's level, is he going forward or backward? He's neither. He's not going forward or backward. He's he's trying to build like a foundation where he can stand without falling back to zero. When we
Mm-hmm.
realize that going up, you may go up or climbing a mountain. You may go up and slide down and pass where you were and fall back right down. So if you're at a point where you feel comfortable there, you can just build a foundation there while you try to move up. So if you fall back to that same foundation.
Mm.
Yeah, so he's not falling down. He's trying to move up, but before going up, he wants to know that he belongs here. He wants to solidify his base where he's at, the level he's at before going up.
Yeah, he's trying to build his foundation. But I don't know, like I'm a bit conflicted with artists leaving their record labels when their foundation is not yet strong enough to
Magasco,
handle them. Like
yeah.
I remember what Salatiel said about Mr. Leo's exit is like Mr. Leo is leaving and he has built Lion Production to a level where it's strong enough to handle his career.
Yes.
So yeah, I just have
Because
an
they
issue
see
when
the
an
inner
artist
workings,
leaves.
they see the inner workings of Lion Production. They know the team. They know what
Yeah,
is happening behind the
yeah,
scenes. You guys don't. And maybe
yeah,
he's comparing it to what
yeah.
he had with Alpha Beta Records that made Mr. Leo blow up. That's why he's saying that. That's
Mm-mm,
why when I see guys talking about things,
mm-mm,
Salatier alone, somebody that managed Mr. Leo's career to bring him to the level he's at right now, he's saying that.
mm-mm,
So you guys should
mm-hmm.
know there's
Yeah. So
something
what
that he's saying on the record label that nobody is saying. You guys are just talking from the outside.
yeah, it's true. We're talking from the outside, but that's the only access we have, and we have the right to express our point of view. So I guess we'll
Well,
express it. Yeah. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is because you're mentioning that Magasco is still building the foundation. I'm like,
he's not still building a
don't you think it
foundation.
would have been better to build that foundation when he was still under the big record level? I think it was Empire. Don't you think it would have been better for him to do that?
Magasco wants to sign artists. He cannot sign
Mm,
artists while under Empire.
mm-hmm. But you need to be
So,
ready.
but he said
You
he
need to
still
be
works
ready
with
to get to that
Empire.
step. Yeah.
He still work with them, but he's not signed to them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's okay. It can be a
Yeah.
distribution deal.
Uh-huh. London Sun says, please don't fight. Why not? Why not? Why not? It's a debate. We're debating.
Do you see the title of this show? What's the
We're
name? What's the name of
debating.
this podcast? London Sun. What's the name of this podcast? And what does that mean? What's the meaning of that word? So it's a debate. We are
Yeah.
simply exercising what the whole show is all about. This is what, yeah, you are now seeing the real nature of the show.
Yeah. Lots of
Yeah,
contrast.
yeah,
Anyway, yeah. So answering Clinton's question is Magasco is building that foundation,
yeah,
and
eh,
hopefully that foundation takes him to higher heights.
yeah. It's like you're climbing
Yeah.
a tree and you've gone halfway and you are scared that you may touch a branch up that will make you to fall right down. You decide to stay at that spot, like tie a rope at that spot, then move up. So if you fall, the rope will hold you back at that same spot, so you don't go back to zero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you can just stick there, try again, go up. If you fall back, you stick there, try again. So that's what Magasco is doing now.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, although I prefer local strategy, I like the fact that he's really working hand in hand with Universal. He's still under Universal and he's still
Who?
building his
Loco?
Yema. As local left Universal.
No, Loco is Universal, but I thought you were talking about. Yeah, he's building
Yeah,
Yima. Yeah, still working with Universal.
yeah. So I'm like, I
So me,
like the
Universal
strategy
Africa
of
is Empire.
um yeah, it's the same thing. So I like the strategy that he's still under
So which
that
means Magasco is still working with
protective
Universal, because Pete Bakadzi now is an executive in Universal.
Mhm.
So
Anyway, what I'm saying is, let me say, if Magasco is sponsoring something, I remember when Magasco and Loco had to go live on Instagram, then Universal published a poster and excluded Magasco's
no,
record,
they
his
included him at
logo.
first. So he came and expressed his say no for say public notice. I'm not signed to Universal Music. Then they took it down. Magasco was
No, that's
among
not what
them
I'm
when
talking
Charlotte
about. That's
Banner
not what
was
I'm
there
talking
and all the
about.
rest.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Magasco wanting to go live. Then he
Yeah.
puts up a poster and puts B-Boy and he puts Yema, right? And then Universal comes and shares another poster with Yema and Universal and excludes B-Boy. And Magasco makes a post saying he's the one who came up with the idea. Why are you excluding his own
Exactly.
record
The
label when
point
he's
is
the one who came up with the idea?
yeah. Universal is looking at Magasco's record label as a small one. That's why Universal put that name without putting B Boy, but they put Yema.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
They were
Yeah,
underlooking Magasco.
yes, and that's the point he was making.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, if you see when Yema is doing something, Universal pushes Yema, right? Because it's like this is a shell, it's like a baby under us. I
Yeah.
think that's the way Universal works with Loco's record label. So they help send it further. But that's not the same relationship with B-Boy. So Magasco is kind of like on his own. So I'm saying I prefer Loco's own strategy of, okay, I'll be a baby under you guys, help me push my thing. When I get to a level that I feel like I'm comfortable enough, then I'm going to fly. Yeah. So I just prefer Loco's own strategy than Magasco's.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I just believe Magasco is working with Empire, not Universal. That's why Universal is excluded Magasco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I just believe Empire is almost like Universal because yeah, all those guys, anybody signed to Empire is working with Universal.
But I'm also conflicted by that. I don't know some people who are signed under Universal who are not signed under Empire.
Yep, there are guys who are signed to Universal but not signed to Empire, like Loco, like Teno. But
Yeah. So
Teno
like
works with Pete
Empire is like a
Bakadzi.
subset.
No, Teno even
Mm-hmm.
went live and said about when he signed with Empire, he started working with Pete Bakadzi. And Pete
Mm-hmm.
Bakadzi on which record level? Empire.
Mm-hmm.
So when he signed with Universal, he started working bed with Pete Bakadzi. Not. You get it?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying Empire is
Yeah.
Universal. Empire is like Universal Cameroon.
I prefer it that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Universal Cameroon. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think Sony will ever sign any Cameroonian artist?
So I think Sony has just one or two African artists in general, like in the whole of Africa. So
Mm-hmm.
Sony, before Sony signs somebody in Africa, is they don't come to Africa and search the way Universal, like it's a Frenchman that French want to eat everything in Africa. That's why it's Universal everywhere in Africa, picking everybody else. But Sony is owned by a Japanese company, so it's very difficult for them to even come to Africa that like that. If you see anybody signing an African artist, just know that African artists have an affiliation with somebody like a Western artist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how they can be signed. Because I think Davido is
So
signed to Sony,
yeah, even Tiwa Savage.
Tiwa Savage. You see, so not anybody can be signed to Sony.
Anyway, it's true, but I'm just saying, like, so you think it's a French thing?
Yeah, it's a
Like
French
anybody who
thing.
is not French
Yeah,
cannot
the head
come
office
to
is in
sign people from
Senegal, in
Cameroon.
Africa. The head office of Universal Africa is in Cote d'Ivoire. Yes, in Cote d'Ivoire.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
My
duh, that's a
My
French thing.
question is, do you think Sony, the reason why Sony is not signing Cameroonian artists is because it's not French, or do you think it's because they have not yet seen talent which they want to
Yeah,
sign?
they have not seen the benefit of that kind of artist.
Mm-hmm.
Even Sony have French artists like France got artists in France that it has signed, but not much, very few.
Mm-hmm.
So Sony, if they want to sign you, it means you're worldwide. You're not only in
Yeah.
France or not only in Africa, or no, you need to be worldwide before they can say, okay, yes, this guy will bring us money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, what I thought about that is that I'm seeing like when people sign to Sony, like the big things. Just like you see them on international platform, you see them on all these big platforms.
Mm.
But I don't get the same thing with Universal. When Universal signs people,
Universal come to
I
Africa
see
and
them
sign
more in the
guys who have already built
French.
their brands, their fan bases, and they just capitalize off that
Mm-hmm.
brand and that fan base.
Mm-hmm.
That's just it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Axe Loco. Axe Loco when we're talking that. Okay, you and Chavez started Big Jim Entertainment. He said, yeah. So you guys grew up. He took you to the level where you're at right now. So why? What exactly does Universal does? That was the question I asked him.
Mm-hmm.
So the answer depending.
Yeah.
The answer he gave me is
He
pending.
didn't
No, he
answer.
gave me the answer, but though I'll say it on the podcast episode. Like, yeah, he just said something like, it's a big infrastructure and some. Yeah, I'll elaborate on the
Mm-hmm.
podcast. Yeah,
Mm.
like that
Okay.
episode of the podcast, there are some parts of it that are fine. So I'll just be explaining and bringing up the clips. That's just how I make the podcast
Mm-hmm.
work. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Anyway, yeah, because like every time I see people sign to Universal and it's all this big deal, like ooh, sign to Universal, then I'm like, okay, what next? Like, what else? Like, what has happened? Are you on some big shows? What's happening? I'm even seeing Salatia, who is he's doing his own thing, has his
Newsflash,
alphabet. I'm
Locos
seeing him
news.
going
Okay,
to
I almost break that exclusive that Loco gave me. Yeah. Okay, we'll continue.
oh anyway, so I was just saying like I forgot what I wanted to say. What did I want to say? Anyway, so I see people rejoicing for being signed to Universal, and I expect like, okay, these big moves will happen.
Every
But I
Cameroon
see
artist that
Salat.
signed to Universal before has complained for almost a year. Then after that, they stopped
Mhm.
complaining. They not did it.
But why do people keep signing? Why do people keep signing
They
to
not did it.
Universal?
Local complained the same thing. I asked him. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah. But why do people keep going back there to sign if they are seeing people
It is
complaining
the
it's bad,
bag.
is
It
this,
is the
is this?
check up front. They pay you money that you haven't received yet in Cameroon as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
It is the bag.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I like normally I'll say, okay, maybe people should do this instead, but these are the things where I'm just like dumbfounded and I don't have an answer. I'm like, you know what, you guys figure it out. You are the artists, you know. If bloggers talk now, you will say what the bloggers know. So you guys figure it out. We have been going for 1 hour 22 minutes now.
Damn. And I
Yeah.
think the program.
Are you saying something?
Yeah, I think. How many topics did we have today?
We had two topics. We had should artists respond to hate comments and Afronjang.
So we're talking about artists who do Afronjang, and I was saying that we should call all English Cameroon songs Afronjang, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and you were trying to disagree, and it,
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
mm.
I was agreeing with the fact
So if you
that
have to come up
our
with a
big
name,
names.
if you have to come up with a name, what name would you give? What name would you give Cameroon music if you have to come up with a name? Because I've already said Afronjang.
Mm-hmm. I'll give whatever Daphne or Salatiel are doing.
Okay,
What name will you give
Afro
them?
Makosa.
Yes, I'll give that. I prefer that.
Sounds up.
Yeah, because the thing is, Magasco is the biggest person doing Afrojack. And if he's the biggest person doing Afrojack, and he's not the biggest name in Cameroon, how do we name it Afrojack when he's not the biggest in Cameroon? Like for me, I'm like, we should go with the majority. Where are the majority? Who has the majority of the attention? We should go with that person. London Son is saying, "I who Bavade, 1 hour 22 minutes." Yeah. What happened to Bless B? What happened to Bless B?
What happened?
What do you
No,
think?
no, no. It's like somebody was talking about. I saw something like somebody. I think it was the same blogger. That guy talked about Mr. Liu. He was saying something about Bless B, and Bless B asked him, "Have you ever signed to a record label before?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he was trying to say something about a record label, and Mr. Bless B was asking, "Do you own a record label before, or have you ever been signed to a record label before?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I never took time to read what the guy wrote that prompted Bless B to give that reply.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, like, look at Bless B's reaction to Mr. Leo's exit. What do you think about it? People are saying the reaction shows like there's bad blood because he was like, "Oh, my brother was in captivity, now he's free," or is it? I don't know. What do you think about that?
You mean after Bless B left Alphabet Records?
So yeah, Bless B has left Alphabeta Records for
I
months now.
know,
Now,
but you mean when he
and Miss
left, what he said?
No, when Mr. Leo left, as Mr. Leo made his announcement that he's leaving Alpha Beta, Bless B tweeted out, "My brother was in captivity. He's now free. Somebody bring me whiskey."
Did you think he was talking about Alphabet Records? You guys need to. You guys add meanings to things a lot. Was he
Oh, who
talking
was he
about
talking
Alphabet
about?
Record?
Yeah, he was talking about Mr. Leo's exit. What else do you think he
Okay,
was
Bless
talking
B was
about?
talking about Mr. Leo's exit.
Yes. He tweet that's Mr. Leo tweeted. Mr. Leo sent his message. Mr. Leo sent his message, right, that he's leaving. And few minutes later, like almost immediately, Blaze B sent out the tweet of, "My brother was in captivity. He's now free."
Okay, that's Bless B's own point of view. Yeah, at record label things are like this. We don't know what happened behind the door. There's no artist that has ever left the record label and come out and is happy about being in that record label. There's no.
There was a
Find
reason
one.
why they left.
No, find one. Any artist that ended their contract in front of the camera, they may say, "Yeah, it was a great team. We learned a lot. We had a great work, all this and all that." But in private or when they do some personal things, in an interview, they'll always say, "No, it was good. Like we learned a lot,
Mm-hmm.
we did all that." But when they go to their social media, where you see the kind of posts they make about it, it's always contrasting what they said, like during
Yeah.
an official interview. Even Blaze B, even when he goes live on Facebook and they ask him, you say, "No, Alphabet Record is still family."
Mm-hmm.
Good. So
That's what they all say. Even of recent, Mr. Leo even Salatiel visited Bless B's studio, and people were like, "Whoa, that's the spirit, Salatiel, one love, blah blah blah." And then few days after, Mr. Leo quits, and Bless B is putting out that remark of, "My brother was in captivity, he's now free." And people were like,
yeah,
"What's actually happening with that alphabet? Are you people good? Are you people not good? Tell us." Yeah.
it's social media drama.
That's it. I'm just like, everybody these days tries to be politically correct. That's why
Yeah.
when artists go out of the trend of being politically correct and respond to comments, and people are like, "Oh, how can you? How could you respond?" No, that's not like I'm not some people were like, "This is not the Mr. Leo we used to know. His account has probably been hacked." And I was like, I don't know about being hacked. Yeah. So London says yes, that's what it means. His reaction, and say that's what I mean. His reaction. And King Clinton says, should Bless be focused in producing or singing? I think I think Bless B should use Salatiel's strategy. He should sign an artist under Aquando, produce for that artist, make that artist blow like Mr. Leo Salatiel did for Mr. Leo. Then he after
Do you
his
think it's
level has
easy to
become
make an
famous and
artist
he has
blow?
gotten, it's not easy. Like nothing good comes
He would
easy.
have done it.
Yeah, nobody will ever say it's easy.
No, he would have
I'm
done it
just
by now.
yeah, I'm just saying that I think Salatiel even mentioned this. Like it was in 2000 and is it 2017 or 18 where he said he produced Tele Weekend. It's 2018, right? Hooray, Tele Weekend. Yeah, I think it's 2018. When he during an interview he said he came into the industry and he decided to be behind the scenes because he knew that in order to help the people under his record level blow, he had to be behind the scene for some years, and he focused on those people and he helped them get their career. And that's when he said, "Okay, it's time to focus on me." So I'm like, maybe if Bless B stops focusing on being in front of the camera and starts focusing on being behind the camera, he might actually be able to help an artist blow.
Okay. So what will be the financial benefit of it? Because we are looking about his, maybe he has a plan, like a marketing plan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his financial benefit. Well, like what was Salatiel's financial benefit with Mr. Leo? Salatiel had some financial benefits, no?
He does.
Yeah, so he's the very financial benefits that Latiel had for Mr. Leo. I think that's a very financial benefit that we will have for wherever he signs and makes below. So I to answer Clinton's question, I think he should focus on behind the scenes for some time and yeah, bring somebody to the spotlight. London Sun says, why is Ewube not successful?
That's one big thing, and I
First,
like her songs. I like that girl.
yeah.
I like her. She needs marketing. That's just all. It's not like the only thing she needs is marketing. A good team that understands her, are willing to treat her like a priority. She doesn't have that yet.
Stevie's music doesn't treat her like a priority.
Stephen Music is Daphne.
So I don't know, like
There's
what
Boy
else do you
Tag,
want
there's
them to
M Pro.
do?
There are so many guys on that Stephen Music, but Stephen Music is Daphne.
I'm like, what else do you want Steven's music to do? Because I see they produce top videos, top video directors. They try promoting her page, they try promoting her content, they have bloggers pushing her content. Even Daphne herself promotes Ewube's content. What
Daphne even
else does
promotes
Steven?
other underground artist songs, but it doesn't blow. So
Yeah, so I'm like, what else do you think Steven music needs to do that they are not yet doing for Ewube?
define a marketing budget. I don't think she has one. I don't
So
think she has the amount of
marketing.
marketing budget Daphne has. She's a female. She needs to have it.
No, my question is like, what are they doing for Daphne that they are not doing for Ewube?
Okay, what are they
Because
doing? Okay,
I
tell me the
see the
things. Tell
very
me the things they
trend.
are doing for Daphne that they are doing for Ewube.
Okay, so then again, disclaimer before I start talking, I don't know much about the whole marketing and music industry. But what I see as an outsider is when Daphne drops her song, first before she drops her song, I see a cover art, they release a cover art, they'll put a sneak peek of the video and all those things. Then after the song is being released, I see bloggers talking about it. I see Miss Gina Promo, I see J Martin Akko, I see all those people sharing it on platforms and WhatsApp groups and all the like. Facebook. Yeah, that's what I see. Yeah. So I don't know if there's some additional things they do for Daphne
That's what
to
I'm
help it
saying.
blow.
That's what I'm saying. You don't understand how record label works. Okay, how many CRTV can I do, or how many interviews, TV interviews has a movie had?
How many TV interviews has she had?
Ever
I
since
don't
she
know.
signed
Yeah, I think I've seen like two Ewube interviews. I don't know if there are
on
more.
what channel?
Yeah. I've seen one on Canal Day. What do they call that channel?
Almost
That
everybody can get on
show.
Canada and Equinox. Let's talk
Uh,
about CRTV and STV, or
Ewube
even
has never
Vox
been on
Africa.
CRTV.
Nope. Okay, even CRTV
Really?
radio, even radio station like Sweet FM, like Napster, almost everybody goes there.
Yeah.
We are talking about
I think Ewube
platforms
has
like,
been on Napster.
yeah, everybody goes to
Uh,
Napster. Even
yeah.
Billy's artists like Mark Cedric has been to Napster. So
Hmm. I'm just trying to
there are
Google
some
Ewube
interviews in some places
CRTV.
that you need to pay to get there, and I've not seen a Ube on all those kind of places. That's the job of a record label, like radio stations and
Hmm.
TV stations that you need to pay to get your songs to. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So
So if Ewube is
even some of these
listening,
free, even some
would
of these big events that you see, some of these record labels send some of their artists to perform there for free. I haven't seen a Ube done that. Have you seen it?
mhm. I don't really know. I don't think
So that's the
so.
job of record labels.
But
So they are not. Daphne is Stephen Music. Maybe they don't have time or the manpower or the squad to manage her, like to supervise Ewube and do all the things they do for Daphne. But I don't think they are doing it. even one third of what they do for Daphne for to Ewube. She's a female. They need to treat her like a female artist the same way they treat Daphne. If they want her to blow,
Mm-hmm.
like the
Mm-hmm.
glam, all the things that they do, yeah, everything they need to do for Ewube if they want her to blow. Even Boy
Yeah,
Tag, have
although
you ever seen
I,
Boy Tag and all these other M Pro guys? Have you ever seen them having the kind of interviews Daphne's having?
what kind of interviews is Daphne even having that would consider like really big interviews? Like which outstanding platforms has Daphne been in?
Just go on Google and search it, you'll see them.
Yeah, because where I'm driving to is like I believe the is how far your music goes. That's how far you get invited for interviews. For example, you see Daphne interviews on TV shows in Ivory Coast. That's because she
Mm.
has a huge fan base over there in Ivory Coast. I'm not going to have my platform and zero people are Daphne fans, and I invite Daphne on my platform. I'll invite her if I know that my audience wants to see Daphne. So I think sometimes it could be the other way around, the interviews before the fans. But for Daphne, I feel like she's going the trend of fans then the interviews. That's what I see anyway. Yeah, because I remember even like Stanley Eno, My Way, before my way and his contact with the Diamond Platinum and the Areshini, I didn't used to see Stanley Eno on certain platforms in certain countries. But after he had that interview, he went on those platforms. I remember there's this platform RTI, I think it's based in Ivory Coast.
Mm.
When Stanley went there and when they were interviewing him and they were like, okay, so what have you done of recent? He has done other things, but the song which he was calling is like, I just recently did my way featuring Ariel Shini. He was calling somebody from their country so they could easily relate to. So I
Mm.
feel like he was going that trend of, okay, I collab with these people, get this attention, then I go for interviews in those
Okay,
places.
how many TV
Yeah, that's
stations
what I
does
say.
Cameroon have? Roughly.
Hmm. Oh, there are many, oh, many we don't even know about.
So how many
I'll
has
say going
Ewube
close
been on?
to, I don't know.
Even on
From
her
what
page, have you
I've
seen her
seen her
posting an
on,
interview or even announcing an interview?
I've seen her on CLT. No, I've not seen her on CLT. I've seen her
No,
on
no
Canal
CLTV.
Day. I've
Yeah.
seen her on where else have I seen her? Was it Equinox? I don't know. But I've seen two different interviews. Yeah, from Eube. Yeah. So if Eube is listening, will you advise Eube to leave Steven's music?
No, I will not advise her. That's an opportunity of a lifetime. She should just put pressure, like express that she needs more opportunities, like she needs more attention as a female artist.
Mm-hmm.
That's just all.
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah.
shouldn't leave. Come on. They can do it.
Some
They
people
are just not
leave.
doing it. They can do it.
Some people leave. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so they should
I
just do
remember
it.
there was this girl we had on our platform. She was one of the initial people signed under Big Dreams, and
Mm.
she said she felt like we're not giving her
Chris
enough
M.
attention, so she left. So she's in another record label
Yeah,
now,
Chris Mo.
and all of us were like, "What? You left Big Dreams?" Because like a lot of artists, that's their dream. Like, I want to be signed under Big Dreams, and here was the girl who had that opportunity, but she was like, "No, I didn't have the amount of attention, so I had to leave." So I don't know. To each his own. Yeah. Clinton says since Jovi is quitting music, the next rapper is King B. What do you think?
Clinty of I like that Kim B guy.
Wait, have you already listened to King B?
Yes. He's dope. I'm not lying, he's dope. But to me the next
Mm-hmm.
rapper is Cleo Grey or Ngoma.
I'll go with Chloe Gray instead.
Cleo Grey, the spot is open. Cleo Grey, Ngoma, Kiko, or
Mm-hmm. But first of all, do you even think Jovi is quitting? Let's first start from there. Do you
who
think Jovi
quits
is
music?
actually quitting music?
Who quits music? All these rappers who say
I
they
don't know.
retire, they never retire.
Yeah, Jay-Z made a whole concert and was like, after this, there'll be no more. He
Yeah.
was back. He was back to the music. I don't really think Jovi. I don't even think he's quitting for a long term kind of quitting. No, I don't even think he even intends to quit. I just think it's some kind of, I don't know, like how Ambe said I'm quitting. Then very soon he was back. He was about to drop a project. Like I don't think Jovi is quitting. I don't know. Maybe I'm in denial. That I'm just like Jovi quit. No, I'm still in denial, but I don't really think so. Mike Monster will own the throne.
That no, not Mike. I don't think it will be
Not
Mike.
Mike.
Mm-mm.
I guess Clinton agrees with you. No. And London also said it's a marketing stunt. Yes, I think it's a marketing stunt. I
Yeah, it's a
don't think he
marketing
even
stunt. I just believe so.
yeah. Hmm. I don't think he intends to quit. At least we now know his next album. I will be ca- I will be called The Return. Okay, I think
It
it
will
will
be
be called
called
The
the return.
Return.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Ambe's album when he was saying he was quitting was what was that album's name again? That is Flight Take Off. Yeah, that was the name of
Yeah.
the album, Take Off. Yeah, I think Jovi's album like The Return.
Yeah.
uh,
So I
but
think I
I
need to run
that
now.
oh you have to be going.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It will
So
be called the
guys,
return. Okay, will.
yeah, it will be called The Return. Yeah. So
So we
Deliby
have
has to
added another
leave.
record today. 1 hour, how many?
1 hour 40
God
minutes.
damn, almost 2 hours. So
Almost
thank
two
everybody
hours.
who was here to watch.
Mm-hmm.
You guys contributed. Everybody who has been here to contribute. So let me shout out everybody who was here today. NGK was the first person who came here today. NGK, shout out. We have King Clinton. Shout
Mm-hmm.
out. Thank you for
Mm-hmm.
watching. Daniel Samba. Yeah, you're always there. Okay. Shout outs
Yeah.
to you. You have London Sun, the highest person who participated today. Thank you,
Yeah.
bruv. Thank you. Okay. And we have, I think those are all the guys who participated today. So thank everybody who contributed today, who talked today, who gave, like, your opinion count. Even uh, London Sun was even ready to separate the fight.
He was ready to be the referee.
Yes. He was even ready to separate the fight. Yeah, okay.
Mm.
So thank you, London Sun. We'll keep up the good work. We always keep up the good work. We'll try our best to keep
Yeah.
up the good work. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've gone, I think, episode how many in? I think we're almost 20 or 21.
I think the one tomorrow will be 21. I don't. Yeah, probably.
Almost 20 or 21.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, thank you guys. Okay, thank you a lot. I need to run now. I have a lot going on. London Sun say exactly. Be ready for separate fight.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think I'll be running
Yeah.
now. So moderator.
Okay, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And if you happen to stumble on this after we are offline, we're sorry we started a little bit earlier today, but yeah, the schedule just had to change. And we are looking forward to creating a platform where we can all be together. And if we are going live, if the schedule change, we'll let you guys know on that platform. So look out for that. We are going to let you guys know when everything is settled in that direction. Like Delibi said, thank you very much for tuning in. We really appreciate your participation. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow on Molly Town. Yeah.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
And
I have a head for